Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are on the day number 19, and we were discussing about the change management. So, what we have done yesterday about the change is what is change management, a type of change, and overview from the theoretical perspective. We see the schema map, we see the roles in that particular part. Okay. Now, in the change, it's not that straightforward. Okay. Yes. Because there was a time when business was not that much mature and service was also not that mature and things were going in a better manner. Okay. As the time passes, experience has been increased, customer has been onboarded, problem statement has been coming in the picture, and service now start improving it. They are thinking from the business perspective, because if you remember, I said in the day one or day two that ServiceNow always says that, or the vision of ServiceNow says it should work the way a user want, not a user use this software as a software want. So to do this part, ServiceNow was when they are building this change management, and recently I guess London release or somewhere there was a problem statement came. Before that there was a problem statement came that I want to raise a change for a specific purpose. When I say specific purpose means I want to raise a change which is only for application changes, or I want to raise a change that is only for infrastructure changes. Now, these type of changes is not easily possible in the change management earlier. It's not change management, it's a change enablement, because ITL4 says it's a change enablement, not the change management. Okay, and we should also use the change enablement on that particular part, because application changes has been raised. It is going for the some approvers from the infra management side. Infra change is going for the application approval side as well, which is causing an issue. Why should I approve your change when I have no clue of this change? So this was a problem statement. Then service now bring a concept called the change model. What this means, change model? Change model means like if we need to be get a driving license, definitely Anuj can understand this part, because in India you get one driving license and you can drive any vehicle like automatic or manual. But in other countries like UK or US or Canada, if you are applying for a license, you have to be tell specifically that you need a license for automatic or you need a license for the manual. On a single license, I guess you cannot drive the both cars, or it's a vice versa. Like if you have automatic, you can drive manual, but if you have a manual, you can't drive automatic. Something like is be there. So it is coming from business that why should I approve your change? I have no clue, but it's still coming to me. So to sort out that problem, service now bring a concept called a change model, and it has a two founding principle: fit for purpose and fit for use. This concept is very important. This concept is coming from the ITL, where the warranty and um, warranty and one more concept is there. It is coming from that only. That what is fit for purpose means I want to travel from here to some other location. Train is fit for purpose because it take less time. I'll get a comfortable seat and the tickets are get easily available, and fit for use. I have little time, so if it get delayed also, it work for me. Sorry. Like sometimes what happen? let's say I want to be travel from my home to the city center. So to go to city center, I have a multiple ways. I can go by walk, I can go by cab, I can go by bus. If I go by bus, I have to walk for the 5 minutes, then 3 minutes in the bus, and then again walk to the 5 minutes. So total 13 minutes it take. But if I go by walk, it take only 10 minutes. So what is fit for purpose is by walk and fit for use as well. That yes, this thing is making my business is a useful. Now, after bringing this model concept, application approval are not getting emails or the approval mails for the infrastructure changes. Infra people don't having this concept from the application part. And also infra changes need to be go multiple stages or the multiple approvals. Application only go for the 2 level of approval. So in the change model, the best part, the good part is that we are able. Yes.
Sorry, can I ask you
Sure,
something?
sure. Good, good.
Um, what is infra stages, please?
Stay. Infra, it's not like infra. It's like a in the infra changes we have different stages for the approval. Like in the assess we have 5 level. In the authorize we have a 2 level.
Okay, okay,
Like,
in that. Hmm.
yes, in that only. So in the change model concept, we can bypass the stage as well for a specific changes. Like I know it's a patching need to be do on every week, sorry, every month. And for the patching, I need only 2 approvals. If I raise a change with the old method, it will go assess, authorize, and all the things. But if I go for the model method, I can design my transition, state transition, that from new to assess or new to authorize, schedule, and implement. So now we are going to be see that how this change model bring a stuff for the business. When we say the change model or when we say the fit for purpose, mainly we are talking about the change models. It work on the flows, not the workflows. Workflows are the different, flows are the different. It has its own state transition model. You can define it. Means it is easy for you, me, Anthony, Ishwar to make a change model quickly because it don't require any coding. It's like a drag and drop, little bit drag and drop, it will be done. Okay. So these 2, 3 things are majorly important in this particular part. So like you can see here, we have a change model, state, transition, and condition are important to be understood. Okay. And it has some workflow, it has some flow design as well in the background, which we are going to be discuss now. But before we go for the further discussion, let's understand the life cycle. Change has a 4-step life cycle. Okay. One is creation and scoping. When we create a change as a requester, I should have a 7R. We should have a 7R policy. Anybody know that what is this 7R policy? Anybody? No idea, anybody? Come on. 7R policy for the change.
No, the
Then go and find out.
finding out.
Yes. 7R mainly the questions which we say that what is the risk? What is the reason? So these things, let me put it here only. Even I don't remember correctly, but 7R in change management. This one. Who raised this change? What is the reason of this change? What is the return required from this change? What are the risks involved? What are the resources required? And who is responsible for this build, test, and implementation? Whenever anybody raising a change, as a change manager, I see the 7 R's. Is that 7 R covered in the discussion? Yes. If the details has been given for the 7 R, yes, then I can proceed further. So in the creation and scoping part, we create and define the scope, that up to what level this change will be going. It's like a production change or it's like a non-production change. What schedule it has, when it is going to be implemented, who is going to be implemented. What is change task? Means how many change tasks are there and what type of change task is there. It's like only 1 or 2 change tasks, or it's like more than that. And finally, to whom this change has been assigned. In the first phase, only creation and scoping has been done. In the second phase, only approvals has been done. In the change management, this approval play a very vital role. Very vital role. Like technical approval, CAB approvals, or I can say your peer review approvals, your management approvals, any kind of approval will come here. This is. Then in the implementation phase, we work on the change. And we never work on the change, we work on the change task actually. Reason it say that in this stage, we have a change task. Maybe 2 tasks, maybe 3 tasks, maybe 4 tasks, maybe 5 tasks. A number of tasks will be there. But in this phase, we work on the change task level. Okay, we update our task. Mainly 2 tasks has been created by ServiceNow out of the box. One is the implementation task and one is the post-implementation testing task. These 2 tasks will be created by the support of workflow in the ServiceNow for changes. And last is the review and close. PIR, post implementation review. What this mean? This means that once a change has been deployed, we have to be see that is this successful or not. What is the lesson learned for this one? This is what the part of this particular PIR, and finally we close it. And PIR task is not required that every time we have to be do. Let's say I'm supporting a banking customer and they have a 500 changes in a week. Do you think that they are going to be do 500 times of peer review? So companies, customers has a policies. If a change get failed, only then I need to do PIR. So this thing, they can make changes as per their requirement. Okay. Any doubt? Any issue? Tell me guys, any doubt, any issue, any clarification so that we can proceed further.
Just
No, Atul.
one thing, that in the review and close, that same like the same process, we analyze, reanalyze, review, and just close if everything goes well with that
Yes.
change. And just full form of that PIR.
Post implementation review.
Post implementation review. Okay, after implementation, we check that it is fixed or not. It is working well.
No,
Or not.
it's not fixed.
It is changed. The
In
changes.
PIR, basically we see that what went well, what
What
went
went well.
wrong.
Okay, that's the review
Atul,
after that.
yeah, Atul, I have a question about on a first steps creating
Uh-huh.
and scope.
Mhm.
How we will able to classify the change, right? There is a emergency change, some are the important, right, to need to be being in a financial institute.
Mhm.
We always have a, to emergency change that need to be addressed. So how, what kind of attributes or guidance which guide us on a first if we consider that is an emergency or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this case, if I speak from experience, it's all about, or it's all has to be discussed by the business. And if I go with the ITL definitions, a change called emergency change if it is required to fix a P1 or the major incident, which has direct impact on financials, direct impact on reputation, and direct impact on the revenue. This is what the definition of the emergency change. It's not like you need to be, let's say you need to be mm, going for a vacation. Okay, that okay, after December, in December 20th or 30th, I'll go for the vacation. But you start planning it immediate now only, a month advance. This is not emergency. But if something happened wrong in the family, in your hometown, you want to be go immediately. That is called emergency. So it's business need to be defined that okay, what is the meaning of emergency for me? Because when we say emergency, you're bypassing a lot of things. If there is an emergency, maybe anybody can drop out from this call and did not message it even. Atul, I'm dropping off. I have some emergency in my home. Because you think that these things can be bypassed and you proceed further because the fixing is more important. The deployment is more important than the process that time. So there's a no clear. I tell you one example as I tell you yesterday as well. I was working for an insurance client. Okay, so they have a rule. If during the daytime printers are not working in a building, it's like a single printer is not working in a building. Simply there is a P1, and if there is a P1, we have to be go for the emergency change. You need to be fix it. This is what they have definition. But as the time passes, we update this definition. If a printer is not working when time is like 4 p.m. or 4:30 p.m. in the evening, and specifically on the Fridays, then it is not a P1, it is a P3. Because business is almost going to be closed now. It's not going to be major impact. And no emergency fix is required for this. Fix is required, but it can be done on weekends, but not immediately, not in half an hour. So it's you have to be discussed with the business, what their terms, what their type of nature of business, and then you have to be define the definition of the emergency change. So ITIL have given the full rights. If you want, you can make a changes. But best practice says to fix any P1 or the major incident, a change has been raised. That is called the major incident. Sorry, that is called the emergency change. Clear? Any doubt?
After emergency changes, that PIR after that they also check with that as well, because it is so it is done in these so
Yes.
very less hours. But r- after that, how do they manage, like if the change is giving more than bad impact, that how do they manage after that?
So see, again, I guess you're mixing it. PIR is kind of a lesson learned
Okay.
by sitting together and see that, okay, what went well, what went wrong. Is this change actually required? Is this fix actually required emergency change? Or like people just say, go for emergency and we raise it. There's no
Yeah,
proper
after that.
justification, but there's a pressure. Can we can
Yeah,
we
this
can we
sense
update?
emergency they created.
Yes, can we update our documents, the definition of emergency, so that tomorrow the same situation should not be happen?
Okay.
We are just thinking from a process perspective, but think from the business perspective. For a one emergency change, we are involving a lot of people in the discussion. This
Right.
they can spend their time on the other activities, but now they're spending a time on the emergency change. Later we say no, it's not an emergency as well. It can go by the after 3 days as well. It can be normal change.
And in the emergency changes, they always I think they always go with the analysis that it is how many, like, of course, how big change it is going to be, and they
Yes.
review before they implement.
They review, but it is like a e-cap, emergency cap only. So in this case, you are not no need to be go for the physical cab and calling a big meeting. The approvals can be taken in emails as well, on the WhatsApp as well, even over the chat window as well, over
Okay.
the SMS as well. Because you can't expect everybody to become on the call. You as a change
Right.
manager, you just give a call or give a message to the business. Out of 5, if one person approved, it's considered as approved. If nobody is approving, you have authority to approve, you can approve.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So now let's move forward.
Thank you.
So now we are going to be discuss in the 4 phases. Like first, we are going to be discuss about the change model. Okay. So let me show you that how it's look like. Okay. But before that, how many ways a change can be raised? A change can be raised via manual. Manual means you can go here and you can create a change. Application. You can get a change from the incident. You can get a change from the problem management. You can create a change from the CI as well, from the CMDB as well. I never tried it, but yes, I hear that it can be done. Or we can raise a change from the service catalog, that is called the pre-approved or the standard changes. Okay, so these are the 5 ways that we can raise a change. But we are going to be discussed mainly on one part, that is for the 2 parts, interceptor and the change model. So now change itself is a big application. So if you search here for the change, so you can see a lot. Change very big, multiple concepts under the change policy, change admin, and the change. This not this one, mainly up to this level. Yes. So you can say unauthorized changes, standard changes, config, risk, change property itself, change model, change approval policies, change schedule, cabs, templates, standard changes, and normal this. So now if I click on the create new, the page I am getting is called the landing page. This is called these are the landing pages. Whenever we click on create new, we got this page. But this page is mainly come when we are using only the change model. Let me show you one more thing. Change interceptor. So some earlier it's looked like this. This is also a landing page. This is also a landing page. Before Utah, ServiceNow allow a user, or it was by default coming on this page. But after coming to the Utah, ServiceNow fix this page as a landing page. And if you are seeing this page, it means your customer or your company is using the change model. not the legacy system. So this system is called the legacy. And this is called next experience, you can say. Okay. In this 4 tabs are there. Don't worry, I'll take you the other part as well. In this total 4 tabs are there. Pin means which I'm going to be used a lot of time, like my favorite. So what we can do like this thing. Pin. Pin. So now if you go here, this is my favorite one. Then what are the models given by service now? Okay, these two are showing like this only. Okay, model means that what are available when I click on the create new. Not sure that why it's be mixing it two things. It should be something different. Okay. Set to be true. Sorry, the models which has been set as a active, not active, create new as a true. I'll show you this thing model part as well. Then pre-approved. All my standard changes will come. All my standard change templates. Don't get confused. We have proposal, we have a template. So these are the templates. All my standard change templates will become under this part called the pre-approved. And here is the place I can see all the models here. Okay, now how we can create these models? Let's go that's understanding as well. Come here, search for the change model. This one. And these are the models is there. What we saw, it's there now. Unauthorized change. See, it says available in create new. So what this model means, all the models which are available at the time of creation of new, like this one, but we say create when we say this thing, change create new. When you click on this, we only see these two and the pre-approved. Did we saw these as well? Standard, no. This we saw this as well, no, because the flag on this is false. So this is what is coming at the time of creation of a change. It will be like this only. So if I open this, let's open a normal change. Not normal change model. This is the form. You can define type. Let's say I put normal LNG. Default change model. Like I need default fields that it should come just this thing, like nothing much I need. Available in create new. This is what the tick box we are saying. What color you want. See the beauty, like if I say or if you know the hash code, you can do that part, or you can click here. No, it's not working like that. So like this. And here I can mention the detail. LNG training change model. This is little tough to explain for me, truly speaking, because I try to understand the fundamental meaning of this particular field. Implementation states it's say implement, but I did not find anything else other than this part. I try to asked one of or two my colleague as well, but they also don't have much idea. Even I try to find out in the service now docs as well that what is the purpose of this. Is it driving something? I did not find anything guys here. Really sorry on this particular part. And last, what is a preset? That whenever I'm using this model, what I want, I want type should become as a normal. I click here, and then if you scroll down, which role is required to use this model. ITL and SN change need. This role is required to work on that part. Now I'll click on the save. This is the first part of the model has been completed. Now if I go here and I reload my page and I click on this, nothing else has been populated, just populated the this and my model name is coming, that which model I'm using it. Because as a user I should know, as a change manager I should know that which model has been raised. Okay. So this is the first part on this particular thing. Now, if I go to the parallel manner, no, Atul, I want to see the legacy system as well. As I say that until unless we did not force anybody to use this, nobody will be going to be use this. Like I told to my kid, do the meditation, it is good. Do the meditation, it is good. He's taking it lightly. Okay, sometime he do, sometime he did not do. But if I say, I will take you down for the play if you've done your meditation before that. Now it's a forceful. So this is what? It's a forceful. Like ServiceNow says, hey, I am bringing something new for you and it is good for your business. Then better use the new method that is called the flow. Sorry, use a new method that is called the change model. But change model is not that much easy because it is work that the structure of building this is flows and some other ways. But some customers say, no, I still want to use the legacy system, which we saw. Now, how I can go back on the legacy system? So mainly to go back on the legacy system, we had to be update few system properties. So I'll come here and I search for the system properties. UI properties. Okay, so there is a or do like do this thing. Open this table sys underscore properties.list. This is the table name. Properties. Sys properties is the table name. And here we can search a what I can say property. Don't worry, once you start using the service now, using the change management, you start learning this property by the name as well. Because I'm working service now a long time, specifically in the change model also, we implemented change model for our customer as well. So I remember this thing. So there's a property called change underscore model. Not read, not workflow, not compatibility. So compatibility or what? Or we don't have that property. Change model default read rules is this. Let me change it and search it again. Because as far as I remember, there are, yes, compatibility is one, right? This one. Okay. This is the one property. Let's open this. It's saying what it say, enable change type compatibility for the change model if this plugin has been installed. State model plugin has been installed. Chalo, let's see. Do we have this plugin? Go here, open it. nahi. What is the state management change management state model? Let's say change management. इसको ऐसे search करते हैं. Let's see. Change management is here. Success, we don't need this, we don't need, we need this. Let's see. Do we have that one? Yeah, workbench, ATF, schedule, standard change model. Is this? It's required update. Okay, this one. It's required update. Let's update this plugin now. Don't think that this is the work of a architect. No, this is the work for an implementation manager. We should know that what plugin is required to run this particular concept. So now what we are going to be do, it says enable the change type compatibility. What is the compatibility means? What does the compatibility mean? So when true allows change to be created with both type based workflow and the models. Wow. Means if you are making this true, let update this. It's done. Yes. It's loading now. It take time. Okay. Let go and search for the change and click on the create new. Let's see, did it bring any change for us or not? Because even the plugin also getting installed now. No. No changes. Let wait for a minute. Okay, that's been done now. Let us reload this one again. Yes, it's done. So we can close this. We can close this as well. So this is the true. And it says there's another property. Properties.list. Now we'll search for the change underscore model dot. No, this is what we have made true. That's fine. Again, why we are not getting this particular table? No changes are there, right? So it means why this property is not available? I'm seeing this. There's a property called this thing change underscore model dot hide. There's a one property and then we have another property called compatibility. These two property. Compatibility should be true that we have done. But we're not getting anything called the hide. Let me do one thing, log out and log in again. Sometimes it happens. And also this can be the possible. Maybe that property does not exist now in service now. We have to create that property manually. Now let's go here, change, create new. So what this compatibility says that we can see the both option. We can see the legacy as well, and we can see the model as well. Now let me go and see the properties. And .sn dot is change snc not snc management. Let's see, do we have? Okay, now we'll see Change log not required. Roles not required. Workflow not required. Compatibility with done. Not required. Not required. Not required. It should be a property ending with hide. Not required. Not required. No, maybe service now don't have this property now in the Utah release. Sorry, in the Vancouver release, because they don't want customers should use the both of the systems. Now what to do? Anybody has any idea?
You said that we can create the property.
Yes, we can create the property, right? So shall we create the property?
Yes.
Okay. What we want to be achieved, let me tell you this thing. There are two things. One is called the change model and one is called the legacy. Out of the box, in the latest release of Vancouver, we are getting only model. ServiceNow is not aligned to be go for the legacy. But there are customers who want to use the legacy as well. They're still going for the legacy and they're building the model concept as well. So they want these two both options. Before we go for creating a change property, let's do one thing. There is a property called Polaris theme.
Atul, can you explain a little about that legacy part?
Legacy part is that, let me show you here. This way is the legacy way to create a change. And this mainly work on the workflows. So this is what we are going to be do now. That how we can see this page in our service now. Because model and this legacy has the two different concepts of the work upon. Models work on the flow designer. This work on the workflows. So now what we are going to be doing, I'm going to be see a property called Polaris. Polaris ID. Polaris means the property, the way you are able to see this black and these options are here. This is coming from a theme called the Polaris. It is a unified next experience theme. This one. Glide.ui Polaris dark theme dot enable Polaris experience. Let me make it as a false. And now go to the refresh. Let's see something change or not. I hope it should change.
Just taking time, I think it will change.
Now, after seeing this, you will say that Atul, are we going the time machine? Let me show you. It will change your complete perspective of seeing the service now. See, this is what the UI 16 called. There are many customers who are still using this. If I show you one more thing, go here and where it's gone. Let me take you actually in the time machine. This was the service now when I start using it. This is called UI 15.
Like with your existing instance and everything, you can still use this UI.
Correct.
Wow.
So can you imagine that how it's look like now? These are the boxes to make a favorite. These are the list view, form view, how to see this thing, navigator bar. Things means functionality wise there's no change, but interface wise ServiceNow still maintaining the old interface. So I saw this interface when I started my journey in ServiceNow in 2015. Calgary Fuji. This is the way that we use it. This is what system admin is there. This is what impersonation is there. You can lock it like elevated rules are there. Log out. messages, settings. See, like this.
How we can impersonate in this?
You have to be go, I guess, here. Yes, this is the way to impersonate.
Okay.
So this is what I can say is a time machine for you guys, because I already use, so I know these things. So now let's go back to our UI 16. Much familiar. So now if you go and create a change here, click on the create new. Wow, in the UI 16 as well. Okay, now let's see, do we have that property available? Sys underscore properties dot list. Proper. This one, and we go for change underscore model. Nahi yaar, it's not there. Maybe service now remove this property and now we need to be created. So if I have to be create this property, let's say, do we have anything with the word called hide? No, they did not have this thing. So let's do one thing. Come here and go back to our Polaris thing.
We use star for the word and the percentage sign for.
We use star to search to contain this word. We put
Contain this word.
yes, we
Yeah.
put percentage if that line is ending with that word.
Oh, and the starting.
Starting is, I guess, alphabet, and then put the start, put the percentage at the end.
At the end. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So now let's go back to our Polaris theme. This is Polaris experience, and let's make it as a true. And now say Khulja same. The day it has been launched, my LinkedIn was full of these posts only. Unified experience, next experience, Polaris theme is enabled, Polaris theme is enabled. Everybody start putting this small 5-7 lines on this part. Now what we can do? Let's try to create a new property. Okay. So we can say the property name I can put, because as I already put it this here, com.snc.change underscore management dot change underscore model. This is my property name. Description: to hide the legacy. Choices: true and false. Choice value is true, and let submit this. And now let's try to do a little bit R&D on this, but I'm sure it should work, but I have no idea. Otherwise I have to dig out that is anything get changed in the Vancouver. No, it get changed, guys. Maybe this property which we created has some issues, or maybe in the Vancouver service now completely hide this option to use the legacy system. They're not recommending to be go for this particular part. Let me again see one again.
Was that very much useful?
The only thing is that if we got this option, we can go for the legacy system testing as well. Or if anybody of you are using less than Vancouver, can check this part. Sorry, this is the wrong I put. It should be true and false, not choice list. Now let's see this part. Let's reload this. Naya. Change and this. Nay. Now this is false. Let me put, let's say this is false, and let's put compatibility. Compatibility is it true? That is false. Is it true? Now let's see. I think it should work now. Just reload this page once again. No, it's not working. And now let's make compatibility as false. Will it work something new or not? No. Maybe I have to be checked that in the Vancouver have they disable this thing completely or not. But with the help of these two properties which we see here, hide and compatibility, it should be like if this is false, this is true, then we can see both model plus legacy. But if this is false and this is also false, then we can see only model, not legacy. So I need to be see that why this is not working for us. Okay, we'll try something on the community today. We'll see some docs. Is this actually disable, or I have to do something else to bring it back? But I'm sure that as service now recommending to use the latest things in the latest release, so that can be they completely hide it or they completely remove that option now, that they don't want any customer should use this unless you are upgrading from Utah to this and you did not enable or disable that property in the background. Okay. And if I make this both as a true, let me give a last chance. True. This is a string type. What is the type for this property? I need to be C. And we have a property called hide. Let me give a try, guys. I'm sure it should work for us. Maybe by changing work. com.snc.change underscore management dot change underscore model dot hide is true. So now both for us are true. Let's see what happened. No, it's not working for us. Not working for us. Okay, it's pending for me now. Okay. And last, it's true. Let's make it as a false. I just changed the type as well. I'll see that is the type is correct or wrong. Maybe I am doing something wrong in the making this property. Change and create new. No. Okay, leave it. Let's not put more time on this particular part. Okay, if any one of you has a instance which is not on the Vancouver by any chance, just let me know. If you are on the Utah release, then let me know that if you're able to see this property or not. Because if you upgrade to Vancouver, these properties hide automatically. We're not able to see this, even though we created this part, we're not able to see this part. Okay, now let's come back to our models. Model. Click here. So we were on this particular part.
Atul, what is the way to check that which release we are using? How we check with that? SS something like that.
It's like this.
Stat start.
Do.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm on the Vancouver release.
Okay.
This was a question which was asked to me in the interview.
Actually, it
And I
was in my CSA that.
Yes, even I was not able to answer that time because I never used this, so I was not aware. Okay. So now let's come here. Okay, let's not discuss this. It's a little going to be big concept. Let's have a class test. Okay, what you have to do now? Open your chat windows, and I'm going to put some questions. What is the table name of this user table? Quickly put in the chat window. Ishwar, Anthony, Venkat, everybody need to be answer it. Color it right. Sys hyphen user. Is it right? Or sys underscore user? Come on, Ishwar, I'm waiting for your reply as well.
I couldn't access the chat box.
Why?
I'm using Skype on my phone, so I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
checking.
maybe. Okay. Okay. What is the table name for the SLA? What is the table name for SLA? Quick. It's
Can
on that.
I tell the answer if it's okay?
Okay, you tell, no problem.
Is it it's SLA underscore table?
No.
Okay.
खालिद कहाँ पढ़ा ये SLA underscore definition? It's task underscore SLA.
Okay.
What is the difference between this versus this? What is the difference between capital list, dot capital list, and the small capital list?
Can we say here?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, can I go ahead?
Go.
Okay. Actually, Khalida was saying something, so that's why. Okay, dot list. We just open the entire table, and dot list with the capital list. We just enter into the table, and dot small list. We specifically go into that table.
नहीं, गलत जवाब अनुज.
Jala jawab. Okay. Okay.
Anthony, Ishwar, what is the difference between dot list capital and the dot list small?
Atul, I think मेरा सही था आंसर.
नहीं आपने बताया ही नहीं.
मेरा कहना है डॉट लिस्ट कैपिटल जो है वो न्यू टैब में ओपन होता है एंड जो डॉट लिस्ट स्मॉल है वो उसी टैब में ओपन होता है, न्यू टैब नहीं ओपन होता.
Correct.
Very good.
Okay. What is the command we use in ServiceNow to clear the cache? What is the command we use to clear the cache in ServiceNow? कुछ भी खालिदा. Ishwar, Anthony, Anuj. What is the command we use to clear the cache? Any guesses? Anuj, Anthony, Ishwar, Venkat?
I'm not sure, Atul.
Put a wild thought.
Maybe we need to go to the system properties and.
No, I'm looking for a command. Not the property level. Venkat, what do you think? Kala, your answer is right.
Yeah.
Cache.
It's somewhere related to the cache management system.
Right. I'm looking for a command. Let me show you here. So if you do this thing, cache.do. Did I put the wrong spelling?
Yeah.
Not this cache.
CACHE.
CACHE. That is I'm thinking that it's spelling correct or wrong. Okay. Cache.do. So when I click on the cache.do, it's clear the some memories from my instance. It's not clearing the something from the browser. No. So I click on the this clear the cache. If you want to clear all the cache from the browser as well, you can do this part as well.
Is it good to clear cache in our service instance?
Sometime it's required.
Because sometime, like I want to ask one thing, that if we do any implementation, do we put any passwords, something which will be impact if we clear the cache?
No.
Okay.
It's not like removing the password. It's like just clearing the little memory.
Unwanted files.
Yes, unwanted files. Good. What are the field available incident table which link with the change? What is the field name on the incident table which link an incident with a change? There are two fields in the incident table. Tell me. Anuj, Anthony, Ishwar. Quick. You can speak if you want. What are the field available on the incident table which link with the change?
Link with a change.
Change request.
What change request?
Atul, could you rephrase the question once? Like, so are you asking like in the incident form?
Yes, there are a field which we use on the incident table and that build a linking between incident and a change.
Like in additional comment, like it. Okay, it will be in the additional section.
What was that? What is that?
Create change when we do.
Kuch bhi.
No, you.
Create change is a UI action. It's not a field.
Okay, yeah, field. Okay.
This change,
RFC.
this one caused by change and fixed by change.
Okay, caused by.
Right. That which change causing this incident or cause this incident, which change is going to fix this incident.
Okay, caused by and cause. Okay.
Caused by and fixed
Change. Fixed
um,
by.
fixed by.
Okay. And change request RFC is fixed by, and caused
Yes.
by change is
And
like
like
impacted because of that change.
correct.
Got it.
So it
Amazing.
is important that we should read or we should know these table level discussions as well, or the form level discussions as well. Okay. Chaliye, even though we did not progress well today due to this property part, I'll search this thing. And let's take a break now. We'll stop the recording. Any last question before I stop the recording for today?
Just little bit confusion. Still confused between the legacy and the model part. Not model part, but the legacy part. But you're saying that if you will find it, if you will
Yes.
find that thing, that will, I think that will clear my doubts.
Yes. Give me time for today. Let me see
Sure,
if I
sure.
can
Take your time, of
get the
course.
previous instance as well or the lower instance as well. Otherwise, need to be see that what work not available in the Vancouver. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Atul.
Okay.